Good morning. Thank you for joining us today in this webinar. I'm Rachel Clark, the Business Development Executive here at Smart Connect Research, and I'll be leading this presentation. Okay, so now I'll give you a brief overview of SCR. Okay, I don't know if you know, but we have been one of the best kept secrets in the market research industry. And what do we mean by that? Well, we specialise in difficult studies that other market research agencies just generally don't want to touch into, such as engaging with business leaders and niche audiences for low incidence studies. And the reason why they don't want to touch into this area is that often MR agencies, they just simply struggle to consistently deliver. But SCR, on the other hand, well, we thrive on these kind of challenges, making credible solutions that really do work and constantly perfecting our approach to such a high standard that we actually do consistently deliver on time. So for us here at SCR, our main focus is also nurturing our clients every step of the way and fulfilling their expectations. So I'm very excited today for the opportunity to share how we're helping clients to succeed in difficult studies. And more importantly, this is also a great opportunity for us to learn more about you and your challenges to ultimately assess if our services are a great fit for your needs. So at the end of this presentation, I will give you my contact details so that you can message me with your questions or challenges. I hope that sounds good to you. So okay, let's get started then. So before we go ahead, I'd like to give you a background about Smart Connect Research, how we started, why we're growing so fast, and why we are the preferred go-to partner for our clients. The company was established by our founder, Felipe Parker, in 2016. He saw a demand for complex market research studies and accessing hard-to-reach audiences where other MR agencies were failing to deliver. And actually, believe it or not, this is still the case when clients approach us and share the pain and challenges that they have with their existing suppliers. But not only that, one of Felipe's main frustrations was that companies were favouring profits and how good the balance sheet looks over the client, respondents and people. So he thought by putting clients, respondents and people first at the same level of importance and focusing on results, growth will come inevitably as a result. So with this in mind, our journey started with a vision to build a different type of market research company, one that could build the teams, systems and processes that specialise in executing the most challenging data collection and data management projects worldwide. And to be honest, our differentiators have been working amazingly well for us. So since 2016, the company has been growing 100% year on year. So clearly there is a demand for what we specialise in, but admittedly though, okay, a large percentage of that is repeat business. And the reason for this fast growth? Well, that's because we are niche. We are focusing on what we do best, executing difficult studies. And our secret? Well, we don't deviate from that, and we're totally obsessed about fulfilling our clients' expectations. So our mission is clear. We're not about revenue, we're about becoming the best in what we do. And in order to be the best in our industry, we must deliver outstanding results consistently. So that's not good or great, but outstanding. So as you can see, we are totally results driven. We don't have a big marketing team to make us look good. Our delivery and results sells itself. So our focus is purely on client retention and referrals. Okay, so now moving on to our team. To excel at executing the most complex work in our industry, you need people who are up for the challenge, share ideas and come up with credible solutions. So we invest a lot of time, money and resources to get the right people. And this approach obviously works because we've found that once they do join us, they tend to stay with us. And as I'm sure you already know, this is very much a people's business. People like to do business with people. They need to trust the people, trust the company, and they need to trust your service and delivery. Our founder Felipe headed up the operations division for companies such as Ronin, MR Ops and SSI, which is now called Inata, and the London School of Economics. And when he set up SCR, Felipe cherry-picked the top performers, specialising only in complex, low-incidence studies from all these companies. So many of them were feeling suffocated with the big corporate internal politics, and they just wanted to follow Felipe into being a different type of market research agency and with a kind of more close-knit internal culture. And actually, that does include myself. I know Felipe, Francois, and a few other key members for years now. We all know each other very, very well, our strengths and our weaknesses, and we know where to put the people in the right place and in the right position. And there's this certain kind of trust element in our team. We really do love what we do, and we put our heart and soul into all our work. So when it comes to projects, they're mostly global in scope, some running up to 60 countries, conducted in about 30 different languages. So it is important that our team includes a wide mix of cultures and nationalities, and moreover, that they all have a cohesive desire to deliver the best service. So from the junior executive to our most experienced leadership team, we put people first, giving them the tools to make difficult projects run smoothly, wherever and whenever the client calls for it. And it's a formula that has definitely worked for us. But we also like to go just that one stage further, where we empower our employees to make the best decisions to exceed our clients' expectations. And this is very strongly ingrained in our culture. We have a flat organisational structure with competent, strong and empathetic leaders. To ensure a delivery of quality and consistency, it is very important that we have robust procedures in place to assess professional staff, train them, monitor their performance and motivate them to be high achievers and just to go that extra mile for the client. So okay, now we're going to P's. So what differentiates us from the competition is that we excel at talking to the most challenging, almost impossible to target respondents, ranging from fund managers to the EU to healthcare specialists in the US and CIOs in China. And as I'm sure you're already aware, the challenge is that the demand for their opinions is high, but getting access to them is incredibly difficult. But not only that, these respondents are very hard to find and even harder to interview. So for various reasons, they do not want to join online panels. So the key here is that we must have experienced EIs with a great skill set who really know how to handle these challenges. And they certainly do not come across like other call center interviewers who are instantly perceived as telemarketers or maybe even cold callers. We operate automatically on a much, much higher level than that. So to overcome this challenge, and this is what places us in a very good position to deliver complex MR studies, is that we've developed a different type of call center solution. One is 100% specialised in recruiting B2B executives and hard to reach healthcare professionals, such as hospital administrators, payers and KOLs, etc. from around the world. Our call centre is situated in London, and by the way, there is a reason why we chose London, because you can easily find mature and experienced MR interviewers. Many of them have professional experience in Pacific industries, so we make sure we recruit those type of people. And also there's a wide choice of native speakers from all over the world. And with our intense onboarding process, they combine their local expertise close to the respondent. So another great advantage is the location, which allows for maximising time zone overlap with the rest of the world. We can easily cover over 60 countries in Europe, UK, North America and Asia. So just to give you an idea of what I'm talking about, we've completed recently a study, well, this was before the crisis, interviewing C-level executives over 12 markets with 1 billion turnover that includes Japan and Korea. And in terms of methodology, about 30% of our business is qual and 70% is quant. We're able to offer audiences a range of methodologies and consultation types, from quantitative surveys to qualitative discussions, using a multi-modal approach for B2B and healthcare. And we have a strong track record in delivering access via the following: CATI, phone to web, mixed mode, in-depth telephone interviews and focus groups. But what we don't do is consumer work or B2B and healthcare studies that can be 100% delivered by online panels. We don't do these type of studies despite having demand from our clients, because our CEO focus and mission is clear. We stick to what we do best. Okay, so we're almost now at the end of the presentation. So I'm just going to give you a brief background about our clients. We work solely with two types of clients, consulting firms and global full-service market research companies. Both have different challenges and needs. So for consulting firms, SCR offers end-to-end operations for both quant and qual projects. We are a one-stop shop, meaning the client has a single point of contact with SCR as opposed to having a headache of liaising with multiple agencies. And in contrast, market research companies, their needs are slightly different. MR companies generally want us to do just sample-only projects. They usually host and program the survey on their end, and SCR executes studies through a multi-channel approach. So for this group, we provide fieldwork services. However, it very often turns out that SCR rescues projects that are falling behind target and successfully bring them back on track. Okay, so we now come to the end of the presentation. I hope you found this presentation useful and it gave you some insight into our company. So if you have any questions, challenges, or if you want to send through an RFQ, please do email me at rachel@smartconnectresearch.com, or you can call me on 0203 289 6435.